Are you kidding me, man? Have you read the Constitution? Born is literally the third word of the 14th Amendment, which is birthright citizenship. It's a pivotal to that amendment because it guarantees that the slaves that were freed are going to be given their civil liberties and their citizenship because they were born here and are now free from the 13th Amendment. Oh, but Lieutenant Tommy, the Indians shouldn't count because they're not under the federal jurisdiction, which I'll get to why that's bullshit, but even if that's not bullshit, the 1924 Indian Citizenship Act says that they're citizens, and that's a federal law. But going back to the Indians' jurisdiction, yeah, they still pay taxes. They still pay federal income taxes. They're still under the scope of the federal government. If they commit a felony, the FBI goes in to investigate. More to the point, whatever state those tribes are in are actually still subject sort of those state laws, because if you commit a violent state crime like murder, rape, robbery, even on the tribal land, guess what? Those acts then become a felony and they go to the federal courts. It's why a white dude can't go on Indian land and commit murder or vice versa anymore, because we got laws in place to prevent that. So your whole Indian Act doesn't make any damn sense other than the fact that ICE can't determine a Mexican from an Indian, so they just want to round them all up and arrest them, because why not? Because that's the country we live in. And if you're still confused about birthright citizenship being in the Constitution underneath the 14th Amendment, which clearly says that in and of itself, in 1898, Wong Kim Ark versus the United States government proved that even though his parents were foreign-born from China, because he was born in the United States, he's guaranteed citizenship. Your whole, you got to do the oath of loyalty thing, that makes no goddamn sense, because any Mexican immigrant coming into the United States, if they're illegal, why don't they just go, I am American now, I swear an allegiance to the United States, and then have citizenship? It makes no sense. But if we don't have birthright citizenship, guess what? Everybody sitting here, minus the Native Americans, aren't citizens of the United States, because none of us took that little test to become a citizen. None of us are nationalized in. Oh, and by the way, the whole thing about the Indians excluding tax part of the amendment, did you actually read the amendment? That was referring to all the state representatives based on population size, and they didn't count the Indians that weren't paying taxes because they obviously weren't part of the system, but that still had nothing to do with their citizenship, which is still guaranteed in the upper part of the Constitution that says that they're born here, they're a citizen.